Eyes are closed. The woman next to a bucket of clothes hums an odd melody. Frère Jacques, I think.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
Lean forward.
Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
I was going to say, how does she know we're a police officer? But then we are carrying the paperwork. But we don't look anything like a police officer at this point, though.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
Trouble? Say the second thing, Breton. Shows you got style.
We're cops. We're hellraisers. Click, click, bang, bang.
No, you're not. I've seen you around here before. 12 years ago. You didn't raise any hell. You were quite helpful, actually.
What?
But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
Wait, I've been here before?
No, not you personally.
Oh.
I meant the RCM. Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another. Locked himself in that woodshed over there.
What's the building behind her?
He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place, somewhere more quiet.
She says it as if he was on some kind of spiritual retreat.
What kind of an ill omen are we talking about?
Oh, the usual. Dark tidings. Black hound.
It sounds like us.
That's you, all right. A black hound licking your own heels.
I am totally an ill omen. It's exactly what I've been telling everyone. The end is here. If I'm considered an ill omen, why hasn't anyone told me that?
Maybe they are afraid.
Why?
Because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here. As long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then. Because that's the kind of fishing village we've built.
That reminds me, you've seen a gun around? A policeman's gun?
I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage. And not a lot of houses. Or a lot of people. My kids are long gone. Searching for treasure. So are others.
It's okay, I found a spot back there to park the motor carriage.
Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
What's in this fishing village?
Just us. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist.
What do you mean?
This is pretty much a non-place. A gap. A blank spot on the map. Just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
All right, kind of rough on yourself?
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
Okay, I could say that it's pornographically poor. There's got to be something here. Tell me. Who else lives in this village? Is there a way to make a little money around here? All right, there's another topic I'd like to address. We're just gonna say what we conceived of. This place is pornographically poor.
The lack of wealth is the one thing we've got in abundance.
Woman smiles cryptically.
Riddles. Fits with the general ambiance here.
Lieutenant marks dryly and looks around.
Aye. Sometimes it's as though I'm also gotten lost inside this nameless nothing.
I'm lost too.
Oh, it seems to be a common theme these days.
Your expression betrays curiosity. I think I'm in the process of finding myself again. Maybe I should stay lost, just move here and disappear completely. I guess we are in the process of finding ourselves again, right?
Isn't that what people always think when they are lost? Something I can do for you to find your way, officer?
A fleeting smirk runs across her lips. Who else lives in this village?
Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east, but they're away right now. And then there's the drugs. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them.
Who? What drunks?
Sooner or later, you'll see for yourself. Don't have to look long to find these guys.
She slowly shakes her head. There's gotta be something here. Tell me.
Over there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild. That's the pox.
The pox? What's that?
An old military hospital and its surroundings. Or it used to be, during the time of the suzerain.
She looks toward the buildings to the south.
After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shock veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sanatorium gardens. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinder block houses. Shacks as far as the eye can see.
What happened to the hospital?
The goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now.
She tightens the scarf around her neck. Is there a way to make a little money around here?
Here? For you? No, officer.
Ah.
The only money we have here is some coins the drunks tried hiding from their women and then forgot about.
Okay, I'll keep my eyes open for that. All right, there's another topic I'd like to address.
She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
Where could someone stay around here?
Stay? Most people here are trying to leave. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack.
Her soapy thumb points to the building behind her. How much is it?
I won't charge you for it.
Hey!
Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM.
Well, maybe I'm not going to be sleeping in a dumpster tonight. Wait, hold on. You're just giving it to me? I'm not sure it's appropriate for the RCM to accept free accommodations. There's this guy, Gart, who makes me give him money every night just so I don't die out in the cold. I'm definitely saying that.
That's exactly how they get ya.
Yeah.
That's why we built our own cinder block houses on the seaside. So we don't have to give money to those crooks. We might not look like much, but they are ours.
Wait, why isn't anyone using the room?
My kids grew up and left like they do. The house is long empty now. I live in the small side attachment. It's easier and cheaper to keep warm.
It's not that she misses the kids. They've been gone too long for that. But deep, deep down, the old woman is incurably lonely.
You got yourself a tenant.
Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police.
Key appears from under her apron. She hands it to you.
Well, if you are not in the hostel in the morning, I'll know where to find you. Here, in a shack.
He's a little relieved you're no longer in that room.
Jeez.
Should he? This environment encourages one thing, and one thing only. Drinking.
I was doing that anyways.
Finally, you have those lame-os of matinees off your back, Bratan. This looks like a great place to bring chicks.
Bratan. What's further down the coast?
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even.
Why is it abandoned?
Some things just don't fly, officer.
Is that a Marty McFly
Look
reference?
around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then.
Yeah, Back to the Future, DeLorean, Marty McFly. The kids won't get it, but everyone else will.
So, they don't hold services there anymore? The Ecclesiastes?
No, we've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church.
Sounds cursed to me.
She's not telling you all she knows. Keep her talking.
I get the feeling you're leaving stuff out. What else is going on?
Well, there's that music. Music from across the sea. It started a few days ago, and now it's blasting, even through the night.
Huh.
And now, suspicious-looking people are sneaking around the church. I don't like that.
Perhaps the mysterious music is somehow connected to the case. A Rusalka or a half-demonic Apsara singing.
What else is on down coast?
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins.
Oh, nice.
An apartment complex or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses. Empty.
Which is it then, apartments or electrical plant?
I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something. Before the war. I wasn't here then, you know. Was born in Samara.
Anything else of note?
Of note? The old fish market up on the boardwalk. But it's closed.
So originally she was like, nah, there's nothing here. And now she keeps telling us about more and more and more things. That's it? There's got to be more along the coast.
What? You're one of those real estate people with big plans? If you want a development opportunity, you can check out the abandoned building over at Land's End. Used to be a supply depot, we think, sending goods and ammo across the bay. It's jammed shut though. We tried to get in, see if there was anything to sell or scavenge, but it's impossible.
I'll make it possible.
And now you know everything there is to know about this coast.
Yeah, I'll make it possible, says the guy that died trying to get a necktie from a fan 3 times in a row. She drops a bar of soap into a bucket with a splash. Tell me about yourself. Who exactly are you here?
Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you asked.
That's a nice name.
And my married name is Sadie.
No one? There's something about her. She's definitely not a no one.
Now it's your turn, Mr.
Lieutenant Double Yefrieder Harrier Dubois.
What a handle you got there. So many titles. One of them double.
Damn right.
She's got a couple of ranks herself. Honored chief and so on.
Oh. Was this one of the people that we were supposed to get the signature from? I don't know if I want to do that. Let me look around some more before we decide to. This is for the land, right? Let me take a look at that. Get 2 signatures for Everett. Get Isabel and Liliane in the nameless fishing village down the coast to sign Everett's document. Once the signatures are secured, mail the document to Everett's accountant using the mailbox in the plaza in front of the whirling. Or we can forge it. I thought there was something else that we could do. I'm still a super commie. Okay. I think the drunks are... Actually, I want to check out this place. Hard to see the details. The colors, all warm and welcoming, are cozy, though. A flower trough where nothing really grows. Maybe in spring? I'll go in there in a second. Let's go check out this area. I'm also looking for bottles. Hello?
Well, you stop mid-step and put your hand on a garish necktie.
I hit this space bar just in time before I started the conversation.
That bottle, Bratan! Just look at that bottle!
Where? Bottle what?
In this drunk's hand, on the pipe there. Glowing blue, a mysterious, otherworldly blue, filled to the brim with holy mysteries. It's hard to know what exactly your vivid interior is speaking of here, but I'm guessing it's got a lot of alcohol in it.
Okay, cool. What do I do next?
Oh, I think this is about so much more than cool. Please go talk to him. See what it's about. I'm drawn to it.
Okay, horrific necktie. Wait, what's this? Why do I have orange? Oh, was it the postcard? I read that. Oh, hold on. Yeah. I don't know why I have orange, guys. Clicked on all the clothes. It's weird. So who's the one with the blue bottle? This guy? Okay, I guess it's this guy.
Hey, Tequila!
A 30-something man clad in a two-piece lycra trademark tracksuit puts down his pilsner and extends his hand in greeting. Idiot doom spiral. He's had a rough, a rough few days.
Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you?
I'll shake his hand.
So what's happening?
Picks up his beer. Wait, tequila?
Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the, high-concept, reality-based adventures proceeding?
Takes a sip.
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you called someone Billy Brunel or leader of the 4th Street Gang. Good. These people know your true name. Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset. More on that later.
Okay. Our true name.
I like this guy. You should too. He respects you by calling you your true name.
So our true name is Tequila Sunrise? Or, sorry, Tequila Sunset. Not too hot. I'm on a 50-year losing streak. Reality makes me aggressively sad. Don't know. People tell me I'm a cop. I'm getting used to that. I have re-entered reality to conquer it, to bend it to my will. I am the law. Reality? It's perishing. Soon only glowing embers will remain of the atoms. Of human faces, only echoes. This is sad cop choice. Also sad. I'm going to say, I have re-entered reality to conquer it, to bend it to my will. I am the law!
That's the spirit. I used to shape reality into my image, long time ago. Those days are over now.
Looks at his shit-stained lycra jacket with a grim expression.
Sadly, things aren't going that well in Idiot Doom Spiral Land. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my business buddies.
Takes a sip from his beer.
This guy's your buddy. You feel it immediately. You belong to an organization, a fraternity of drunks.
They understand us.
Idiot Doom Spiral, huh? This is bound to be a good, high-concept conversation. At last.
What do you guys do around here?
We are saving the world.
He looks at his comrades.
Please don't go. Don't go.
Begs the man in the pipe.
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. I tried to save the world once, a long time ago, with enterprise, creativity, and willpower. But that didn't work out. So now, it's a pirate's life for me.
What is a Tequila Sunset? You keep saying it.
It's you. Your Tequila Sunset.
Wait, how do you know this?
We've met before. Don't you remember?
Maybe?
Maybe. You look like you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be. You look like you want to hear the tale.
So we crashed our car and we came over here.
Tequila Sunset. Something ominous there.
For some reason, the name Tequila fills me with foreboding. Maybe I shouldn't learn what it means? Go ahead.
Let me take a sip to moisten up my cords.
I want to hear this.
Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday. And by Tequila Sunset, I mean you. The man, the myth.
Wait, did we meet on Friday?
Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. Stop interrupting.
He takes another sip, then continues as I take another sip of my delicious coffee.
You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get pissed drunk. Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head right in front of them. That's pretty high concept, if you ask me.
It is.
Thanks, conceptualization.
Oh yeah, that's totally your style.
Yeah, I mean, we almost did that in front of... Oh, look at that. Ah, a butterfly. We almost did that in front of the Hardy Boys.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
Please continue.
It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling.
Oh, yes, you do, Bratushka. The only thing better than that is putting the pedal to the metal after you kiss the tie. And off we go.
One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by a series of dings and bangs.
Do you remember the sound of wood cracking? The billboard?
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in.
So we're responsible for knocking the billboard into the canal there, which stopped us from coming across. Naturally.
Anyway, there was a brief silence. A gasp of silence, if you will. Followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast at top speed. Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic. What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. Right there on the beach, you revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs, "The time hath come!" So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come, to which you replied,
Huh.
"The time hath come for Tequila Sunset, the end of all things."
Every word I said was true. Tequila Sunset will break the looms of reality.
Yeah, looms. Why not? Then you jammed the pedal and plowed right off the jetty and through the ice. We ran towards the ice whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some kind of sea monster. When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep. Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to. We asked about the whole Tequila Sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now and insisted that we all call you that from then on.
God, now I'm so confused. Tequila Sunset, huh? That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I agree.
He smiles. How long did we party for?
Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholian women.
Uh-oh.
How they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up, and left without saying anything.
Wow, that's quite a story.
Yeah, I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct. You must be proud to work with him.
If you only knew.
Did I tell you anything specific about this person that fucked me? Did I mention losing anything else? Did I say anything about my colleagues? Did I say anything about the case? Did we talk about politics? She gonna read him what kind of a cop I was. Let's just take it from the middle. Did I say anything about my colleagues?
You told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers whose main interest was cramping your style.
That sounds like us.
It's more like you were cramping theirs.
Hell no. Empathy?
No specifics, though. It was more about you that night. You were the star of the show.
Did we talk about politics?
Yeah, you kept talking about how the coal mine owners were fucking us all over, just like that woman fucked you. I didn't agree with you, by the way. The spectral hand of the market makes sure everyone gets exactly what they deserve.
He takes a long sip of beer. Did I tell you anything specific about this person that fucked me?
You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked real hard, and that we've all been fucked too.
Please, don't
Oh,
open
God.
that door.
Oh, God.
No one's fucked me. I do the fucking around here.
Oh, God.
Abigail.
Don't call Abigail.
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working through some shit.
Did I mention losing anything else? I don't know if I want to keep talking to this person. They're going to kill me.
Beside your gun and your badge, you said something about your hope or heart or something. To be honest, the details are a little hazy. In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too? That's a big one.
Did I say anything about the case?
Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time. And that you didn't need anyone to do it. You're doing it solo now.
Pretty sure that was our partner that the man with the sunglasses was our partner, right? Our old partner. Maybe he has something to do with the lady troubles we were having.
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
It's not meant as a joke. He's sorry for the hermit cop.
Did you get to read on what kind of a cop I was?
You kept calling yourself a goddamn superstar who'd cleared 501 cases.
As you've already determined, the actual number is just over 200. But what's a little embellishment between friends?
No thanks to the squares at the precinct, as you put it.
I don't think I need to hear anymore.
It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs.
You seem like you're characterized by your storytelling ability. Want to tell me another one sometime?
Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right. Why not? Better than a beach bum.
Says slapping his knee. Yeah, so want to tell me how you became Idiot Doom Spiral?
It depends, really. Are you willing to help me out?
The gleam in his eyes and the slouch in his posture is so incredibly familiar. You might get scammed here.
You want booze, don't you?
I don't want it, man. I need it. Can't tell stories without it. Dry stories are boring, you see? So, have you got anything for good old Idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for a story. Seems fair to me.
Aha! Shit, we don't have our, that other alcohol. Here, I've got a potent Pilsner.
Not much, but it will do.
Grabs the bottle from your hand and uncorks it immediately.
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that?
One of the other bums interjects.
Don't call Abigail.
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here.
Turns to you.
Something happened to you. Something happened to me, too. My actual name is George, but around here, you already know. I was once a reasonably high net worth individual, a founder/junior partner at a high concept creative services agency. When my story begins, I had just landed a major contract with an insurance firm.
Go on.
I used the profits from my agency to finance what I called a cultural incubator. Abstract value generation, value per person, high concept stuff. I developed the paradigm, worked within the paradigm, but the burden of leadership weighed heavily on me. So I went jogging every so often to keep myself sane.
Wait, how many people did you have working for you?
22 full-time employees, an all-star team, a potentially historical set of individuals. Worrying about them often kept me up well into the morning hours.
Did the jogging help?
It did. With my trusty Sansarique tracksuit, I felt like I could conquer the world. But now dreams are worn thin, much like my tracksuit.
He says thoughtfully, brushing dust off his shit-stained pants. What happened?
One day I left on my evening run. As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head when you're distracted by the sound of keys jangling in your pockets.
Shakes the bottles and makes a ringing sound.
His eyes are clouded, his dilated blood vessels encircling his irises like stinging brambles. His eyes are your eyes.
So I removed the key ring and put the keys for the front gate and the apartment into different pockets to stop the jangling, you see. At least, that was the plan. I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. The reality situation became very wet, very quickly.
How wet are we talking exactly?
Wet, okay? It was raining really hard.
A trace of derision in his voice.
I made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have the key to the front gate. I'd mixed it up with the key to the letterbox, which was useless. Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because I slipped and landed on my ass.
I would have landed on my feet. I've got feline reflexes.
No, you don't.
Shut up.
Whatever. The point is, reality was looking rather grim just then. Me lying on my ass in a mud pit in the middle of a heavy shower. But when life knocked me down, I always got up. So I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of my apartment door, fumbling with my pockets, I realized that I'd also forgotten my apartment key.
You gotta be shitting me.
I wish I were, Tequila. I wish I were.
Turns his head towards the
Instead of my
skies.
apartment key, I'd taken the key to the office.
Okay, so what happened next?
I rang my neighbors' buzzers. It was late, and most of them didn't even answer. Those who did assumed I was trying to sell them something and hung up before I could even explain the situation. People are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment someone chats you up, 5 minutes later you've bought a box of edible lingerie and a strap-on. I don't begrudge them, especially since I was known to be one of the best.
He pauses meaningfully.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Yeah, I know what that's like.
Just then, I experienced a moment of clarity. I still had the key to my office. I could wait out the storm there. But when I reached my office, I remembered that I'd asked one of my producers to change the locks that day. And since I hired only the best, he'd already done it, and I couldn't get in.
Is this gonna end with him just giving up on his whole life because he couldn't get back in to any of the doors that corresponded to it?
Anyway, long story short, life spiraled out of control. I haven't gotten into my apartment for years, and my girlfriend left me because she didn't want to date a homeless man. The company, well, you see where I'm going with this. So, now you've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh?
Takes a long swig of the drink. I wonder if we had given him a different alcohol, if he would have told us a different story, or if he would have embellished more on it. Or maybe there's going to be more stories if we give him more alcohol. We'll see. Wait, is that it? I feel like there are some steps missing. I'm almost homeless myself. Doesn't seem so bad. Look on the bright side. You've got one hell of a story. Did you realize all of this is your own fault? I literally can't believe it. I think there's some steps missing.
Tequila, I've thought about this series of events for a long time. If there was anything else to it, I would have thought of it by now.
Why didn't you go to the authorities?
Well, at one point they came to me, but, you know, I didn't have any ID on me, so they tossed me in jail for 2 days. I can't say it increased my faith in the RCM. No offense, gentlemen.
Jake said, I'm almost homeless myself. Doesn't seem so bad.
The hobo lifestyle definitely has some perks. Not having to pay rent, first and foremost. Not being responsible for 20 other people is nice, too. But that charm wears off pretty quickly. Before you know it, you're wearing a shit-stained tracksuit and spending your days picking tear.